Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Inshallah, we will soon be starting our Darsul Quran after the Fajr Salat, and we will continue the discussion on the first verse of Surah Fatiha, that is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So we will continue the discussion on this chapter on this verse of the first chapter of the Holy Quran. نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم the reason why Allah Ta'ala put Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim in the beginning of every single chapter, in the beginning of every single surah of the Holy Quran. So if you remember, in this regard, we have discussed three reasons so far. The first reason being that every good action in Islam must start with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Even if you do wudu, even if you have relationship with your spouse, even if you drink, even if you eat, even if you drink, even if you wear clothes, that nothing can be accomplished without the help of Allah. And Holy Quran is a treasure which is hidden, a treasure which we cannot access without the help of Allah. That is why Allah Ta'ala has taught us that if we want to access, if we want to take benefit from the treasure of the Holy Quran, we must recite A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajim before reciting the Holy Quran, because Shaitan is always there to lead us astray. And also, we must recite Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim before the recitation of the Quran, otherwise, we will not be able to take guidance from the Holy Quran. Second reason we have mentioned so far, that there was a prophecy in the Old Testament, in Torah, in the book of the Yahud, in the book of the Jews, that the prophet who will come in the likeness of Moses, meaning Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whenever he will speak in the name of Allah. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, every single chapter is a reminder to the people of the book, the Christians and the Jews, that look, there is a prophecy in your book that the prophet who will come in the likeness of the Moses, meaning a Shari prophet, meaning a law-bearing prophet, he will speak in the name of God. So look, every single chapter of the Quran is starting in the name of God. So it is a reminder for you that he is the fulfillment of the prophecy of the Old Testament and the New Testament. The third reason we discussed so far is that there's in the same prophecy it is also mentioned that if a claimant of prophethood, a person who claims to receive prophecy or revelation from God, he claims to be a prophet of Allah. Such thing has been revealed to me by God, or such and such thing has been told to me by God. And if he is lying, God will destroy such a person. So the fact that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam not only lived for 23 years after claiming to receive prophecy and revelation from God, and Islam continued to prosper, is a reminder to the Jews and the Christian that according to their book, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is a truthful prophet. Otherwise, God would have destroyed him. So it is a reminder for them 114 times when every single chapter starts. So this is the summary of what we have discussed. Now the fourth reason, Hazur says, as a Muslim beginning of every surah is that anyone who reads the Holy Quran will belong to one of these three categories. So we should look at ourselves which category we belong to. He has no religion, he's confused, he's bereft. The words Hazur uses are are bereft and without any merit. He doesn't have anything. So he's confused how to find God. The second group of person is a person who is so involved in sin that he is shameful to go in front of Allah. He is so shameful that how can I ask God for anything? How can I read the Holy Quran? How can I even ask for guidance? How can I request Allah that I want to talk to you? I want to have communion with you. Because I'm so full of sin. I have lived for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, and I have spent all of my life in sin. How can I take benefit from it? So Huzur says all of these three people, they will have a different kind of understanding. The first type of person will be confused where to start. The second type of person will be so shameful and sorrowful. He does not he does not even want to go in front of Allah to ask him. And the third type of person is so sure that he thinks that he's better than anyone else. He's so proud of his actions that he thinks that whatever he needs to gain, he has already gained. So Huzur says by putting Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim in the beginning of every surah, it is a reminder that one who is bereft should be shown that there is no God. As and the second type of person who is full of sin, it is a reminder that God is Rahman and Rahim. He is the most merciful. Even if you have done many, many sins, God is there to forgive you. And the third type of person, if he is even who is a priest, is reading the Holy Quran, he would say, why do I need the Quran? I have the Bible. So the word Ar-Rahim is a reminder for him that God is not only merciful once, God is merciful again and again and again. Hence the path to reach Allah, the path to have communion with Allah is never ending. So whether you are a person with nothing in your hand, whether you are a person with sin in your hand, only negative value in your hand, or whether you are a person who has so much that he thinks that he has gained whatever he needed to gain, Bismillah Rahman Rahim is a reminder that that we are still in the need of the help of Allah, no matter which stage we belong to. Okay. The fifth reason Hazrat Muslim Maud Raziallahu Ta'ala anhu mentioned is that Bismillah Rahman Rahim is the key to the understanding of every single surah of the Holy Quran. Hazur Radiallahu Ta'ala anhu, he says that all of our religious and our spiritual and our worldly needs revolve around these two attributes of Allah, the attribute of Ar-Rahman and the attribute of Ar-Rahim. Now you should think back about what is the without needing, without us deserving anything. And Rahim is the one who rewards us for our action. So as a Muslim who has said that these two verses of the Quran are these two attributes of God, Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim, are very important to understand different concept of the Holy Quran. So these are the 5 reasons why Bismillah Rahman Rahim is the key to the understanding of every single surah of the Holy Quran. Number 1, why Bismillah Rahman Rahim Rabbil Alameen. Before we move on to tafsir of these words, are 2 allegations raised by the Orientalists, meaning the Christians who study the Quran or the Christians who study Islam. They're called Orientalists. They have raised 2 allegations on Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Number 1 allegation is that Bismillah Rahman Rahim, upon which Muslims are so proud, that Bismillah Rahman Rahim is a great verse of the Holy Quran and no such example can be found anywhere else. This is something which has been copied from the Zoroastrian religion. In the Zoroastrian religion was the religion of the people of Persia before the coming of the Islam. Okay, so Zoroastrians believe they had many prophets. They have their own books as well. Prophet Zoroaster alayhi salatu wasalam was a prophet of Allah. Their teachings are very close to Quran in certain regards. So they say that there is there is a saying in their book, in the book of the Zoroastrians, in the Farsi language, in the Persian language, which says Baname Yazdan Bakshayish Gardad, and then in another Baname Khudawan Bakshainda Bakshayish Gar, that in the name of God, who is the most giving and who gives everything. Okay, so it has a similar translation. And the second this allegation has been raised by Reverend Very in his tafsir of the Holy Quran. In his comment, the Reverend Very has written a commentary of the Holy Quran. And in that, he has raised this allegation that Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim is a copy of the Farsi or the Persian uh, text used in the Zoroastrian religion. Okay. Then another allegation is raised by Rodwell in his translation of the Holy Quran, and he says the Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim were the words used by the Jews, the Yahud of Arabia. Okay, and uh, Muslims copied it from those Jews. And he says the first person to use this was the Amir of Taif. Taif is the second biggest city in Hijaz after Makkah. So Makkah, Hijaz area had two big cities, the city of Makkah and the city of Taif. So according to Rodwell, Rahim, after he copied it from the Jews. So Hazrat Muslim Maud Raziallahu Ta'ala anhu answers these two allegations. In answering the second allegation, that this was copied from the Jews of Arabia, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim was copied by Muslims from the Jews of Arabia. As a Muslim outside, first of all, it should be understood that this is not the claim of Islam, that no one has ever used Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim before Islam. If anyone is saying that, that is a misunderstanding. So this misunderstanding should be cleared first. As we said, both of these allegations, the allegation of Reverend Very and the allegation of Rodwell, are assuming that Islam believes that Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim is something which has never been used. He says, on the contrary, it is mentioned in the Holy Quran that Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salatu wasalam, Prophet Solomon, he himself started his letter by using Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I have quoted this verse. So those people who are saying that Islam is this is copied from Jews, and they have this misconception that maybe Muslims think that no one has ever used the word Bismillah Rahman Rahim. No, that is not the belief of the Muslims. The belief of the Muslim is that Bismillah Rahman Rahim, all of these words existed before. The word Ism existed before Islam. The word Allah existed before Islam. The word Ar-Rahman existed before Islam. The word Ar-Rahim existed before Islam. So Islam is not claiming that all of these words are used for the first time by Allah in the Holy Quran. That is not our claim. Our claim is the way it is used in the Holy Quran, in the beginning of every chapter. And different words take different meaning. For example, Hazrat Masih Maud, the promised Messiah, Islam, has given the example. The word kafir has the meaning of darkness, of covering. If I call a person kafir, he's covered in darkness, even though he's covered in darkness in a figurative sense. So words change their meaning. So Allah, the word was there before, but in Islam, the word Allah has been expounded. That who is Allah? Similarly, Ar-Rahman was there, but Islam explained to us what is the meaning of Ar-Rahman when it is used for God. So the claim of Islam is not that these words are new. The claim of Islam is that these words existed before. These words were there, but people did start their actions with the name of Allah. But Islam made it mandatory. There were believers before Islam. Islam believes in 124,000 prophets before Islam. So our belief is, na'uzubillah, not this. Nobody before Islam started their actions with the name of Allah. Yes, people did. Islam itself gives the example of Hazrat Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, Bismillahi majriha wa mursaha, when he got on the boat. Islam itself gives the example of Prophet Sulaiman, that when he wrote the letter, he wrote Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So yes, prophets of Allah, followers of Allah, they did start their name with the name of Allah. But this importance was not given. How many Christians, at least when they're reading the Quran, they start in the name of God? And many that importance. And Islam said that we should start every single action by the name of Allah by putting Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim in the beginning. Second, Hazrat Muslim Maud Raziyallahu Ta'ala anhu says that there is no historical proof of this claim. If Yahud, the Jews, were using Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim so often, we should see these examples in the literature of the Jews living in Arabia. But we don't see those examples. We should see those inscriptions very often. Yes, we do see one or two examples, but we do not see it used in the way it is used in the Holy Quran. Number three, the Arabs, they despised or they did not like the name Ar-Rahman in Hudaybiyah. When Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he had the Treaty of Hudaybiyah. They were signing the treaty. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu to write Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim on the top of the treaty. So Suhail, who was there as the ambassador of the Kuffar Makkah, of the Quraysh of Makkah, he said, I do not know what is Rahman. I do not want you to write Rahman. They knew who was Rahman. They had names Rahman in their thing, but they did not like to use this attribute of Rahman. Okay, and similarly, Huzur will explain later that even the Christians and the Jews, they do not like this attribute of Rahman, because Rahman, again, for example, for Christians, it goes against their concept of atonement, etc., etc. We will discuss this later, inshallah. So the third argument Huzur is given. First was that because we do not find historical proof that Jews use Bismillah very often. And the third is that the people of that Baname Khudawan Bakshainda Bakshayish Kar. And so as a Muslim Maud Raziyallahu Ta'ala who says that again this is a misunderstanding, because they think Bakshayish Gar, meaning the one who gives someone something, or Bakshainda, the one who is the most giving and the giver, has the same meaning as Rahman and Rahim. Hazur says the Farsi word Bakshish, from which Bakshayish and Bakshayish Gar have been taken, do not even have 1/20th of the meaning of Rahman and Rahim. So just because something is similar does not mean they're same. The meaning of Ar-Rahman and Rahim is so deep that meaning is not covered in the Farsi language. And lastly, Azur says if this word is used in the book of Zoroastrianism, Hazrat Muslim Maud Raziyallahu Ta'ala anhu says that according to Islam, wa immin ummatin illa khala fiha nadhir. According to us, all of these people were true prophets of Allah. So why should it diminish the meaning of Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim? We appreciate these things in other religion. Muslims are not like the followers of other religion, that whenever they see something good, they feel an inferiority complex. That, oh, how can they have it? And, it is the same thing that we have our religion. Because according to us, all of the other religions are from God. If the similar words are found in the book of Zoroastrianism, that is very good. Because it proves our point that all of our prophets, all of the previous prophets are from the same God. So having similar sentences does not mean that it takes anything of the new. Ours, what we say is that the way they have been used, the meaning that has been given to Ar-Rahman and Rahim by the Holy Quran, and how often they are used. That they are used at the beginning of every single chapter to emphasize that we should start every work of our life with the name of Allah. Okay, so this is the allegation. So inshallah we will continue the tafsir of this word Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim in the next dars, and inshallah in the couple, and then we in 1 or 2 dars we will try to finish the to first learn how to read the Holy Quran, then to read the Holy Quran with the translation, We should learn the meaning of the Holy Quran. We should think about the meaning of the Holy Quran, and then we should act upon the teaching of the Holy Quran and make it a part of our life. May Allah Ta'ala enable me and enable all of us to do so. Ameen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin wa barik wa sallim innaka hamidun majid. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Jazakumullahu ta'ala sanal jaza.